Hey, a very good evening. So I remembered 10 questions from the general aptitude section for the chemical sciences paper, and let's discuss them. There are some more questions that I do remember, but I'm not very confident with their answers. Okay, so that's why I'm not discussing them. And there are a few more questions among these 10 or 11 questions as well, where there is some confusion with the values. Okay, there's no confusion with the concept, but there's some confusion with the values. So I'll just discuss them out quickly. The first one that we have is was a question based on pendulum, where g value is given to us, and we basically needed to find the value of t, the time period. So it was coming out to be 2.0. Okay, it was coming out to be 2.0. Next question was that if we are supplying milk to a particular customer, so the fifth customer, what percentage of milk will be there? So the correct answer was 59.4%. Then there was a question where there was a numerical given, like subtraction was given, and there were three values which were needed to be identified. So for that, the correct answer was 6, 9, and 2. Then there was a question on from which we needed to find who is the landlord. This is a very typical question that is asked in the aptitude section, and the correct answer for this was this Ramesh was the landlord. Okay, then there was a graph based question on GDP per capita. So GDP per capita was highest for the A graph, and it was lowest for C. Okay, and then had given equation, and they were asking what kind of a triangle it might be. So the correct answer was it is a right angled triangle. And then there was a question from physics class 11 concept, where river crossing concept, relative velocity. So basically we had to find the time taken to cross the river. Now if I remember the values correct, I think the river was given as 800 meter in length, and the speed of the swimmer was given around 15 kilometers per hour. So if I'm right about those values, then the answer was coming out to be 3.2 minutes. Okay, 3.2 minutes. I'm not sure about this as well, but I'm not sure about the values. The concept is fine, but the values I'm not sure. So I think it is around 3.2 minutes. There's some confusion over here as to whether the answer is 7:39. Some of you have said 7:35, but when I was solving it in the examination, I had gotten 7:39, so I'm going to stick with it. But there is a possibility. So I had taken a poll on Unacademy, and I got 70% votes for 7:39, and there were 25% votes for 7:35. For rest of these questions, I got above 90% votes for all these options. So I'm quite sure that these are the correct options. But over here, significant amount of the students also voted for 7:35. So I'm not very sure, but like I was getting in the examination as 7:39. Then there was a question based on the spheres. So I feel that in this sphere based question, that how many smaller spheres can fill the volume of the larger sphere. Now what I remember from the question, I'll tell you that the values could be incorrect, that the diameter was given for the larger sphere. Okay, so the diameter for the larger sphere was given as 20 centimeter inverse, sorry, 20 centimeter, and the radius of the smaller sphere was given as 1 centimeter. Okay, 1 centimeter. Now if you talk about the volume of a sphere, that is 4 by 3 pi r cube. So r over here is 10 centimeter for the larger sphere. So the volume will become 4 by 3 pi into 10 cube, which is equal to 1000. And for a smaller sphere, the volume will be 4 by 3 pi and into 1. 1 cube is 1 only. So I think 1000 spheres can fill up the volume. 1000 smaller spheres can fill up the volume of the larger sphere. If these are the values, then I think this should be the correct answer. That is, the diameter of the larger sphere was given, and the radius of the smaller sphere was given as 1 centimeter. So if you go by these calculations, the answer should come out to be 1000. Then there was a question on that 96 rupees were to be contributed by some students, and then 4 students I think did not contribute. So if the 4 students did not contribute, then the other students had to pay 4 rupees extra. So what they were asking, that how many students in total finally contributed for this sum of money, that is 96 rupees. First, so for this, what you had to do is, for example, if we take the number as 12. Okay, so initially let's say 12 students had to contribute. So 96 divided by 12, this will come out to be your 8, right? So this will come out to be 8. So that means they were contributing 8 rupees each. Now according to the question, if like I interpret the question correctly, then 4 students did not contribute. Okay, so if now 4 students did not contribute, how many are left? 8 students are left. And then these 8 students, it is also said that if 4 students did not contribute, then each student has to contribute 4 rupees extra. So if you divide 96 by 8, this comes out to be 12. So that means now these 8 students are contributing 12 rupees Okay, and had those 12 students contributed, then they would have had to contribute 8 rupees. So if I have interpreted the question correctly, okay, I have got the correct inference from the question, then according to that the correct answer should be 8. Okay, so the contribution should be 8. So that means finally 8 students contributed and they had to contribute 4 rupees extra because the 4 students backed out. And then there was a question that if y is equal to x, then what will the graph of like y is to 1 by x, how will the graph look like? So the graph should look like this. Okay, that is what I think. According to me, this is the way the graph should look like. So these were some of the questions. If you agree with them, let me know. If you don't agree with some of the questions, you can post it down in the comment section. It will be helpful to the other learners. If you remember the values of some other questions, like there was a question on Venn diagram, I'm not sure about that, so that's why I've not discussed it. There were some questions based on graphical concept also, like there was a question on vaccine based, there was a question on vaccine, and then there was a question that what kind of like where will the cumulative death rate be highest. So for those I do not remember the values correctly, that's why I have not discussed them. So if you remember the graph, the approximate graph, you can let me know down in the comment section. I'll be happy to discuss it out in the comments. So anyway, I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Also, do not forget to share this video with your friends, and if you like the content that I make on this channel, I would love it if you guys can subscribe to the channel as well. That will be just a way to motivate me, right? Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.
Hey guys, so I'm a verified educator on Unacademy, and along with that I'm also available on the Unacademy Plus platform, where I'm taking live classes along with other educators. So in case you're interested in attending the live classes, you can subscribe to the Unacademy Plus platform using my referral code, that is SETHI, and that will give you 10% discount. Alright, and in case you're not interested in attending the live classes, you can watch the free courses that are available on the Unacademy. For that, all you need to do is go to the Unacademy website or download the Unacademy Learning app and search my name over there, that is SETHI. Once you do that, you will get the access to all the free courses that are available on the Unacademy platform.